real from the front line. You know what I'm saying? Just wicked, wicked, wicked. So you be careful.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I need you out there, you feel me?
Yeah. I hear you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You think I wasn't gonna get at you from the inside?
He has reached out to a witness, an alleged participant in multiple freak-offs.
Then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country?
And he's asking people to intimidate witnesses or pay people off.
Very good.
Oh, you put that thing on the wall.
So you see how we do it here on Saturday. This is what it's missing. You see how we do it here on Saturday. This is what it's missing.
Who is Sean approved from the world of entertainment?
There's only one person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
He's the only person who's Sean approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay, just
they should be calling me. Yeah, they should be calling me Sean.
Speaking of, in particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the.
What happens when one of hip-hop's most powerful figures suddenly goes silent? After 50 Cent drops his explosive documentary and alleged private conversations involving Diddy begin circulating, the spotlight shifts fast, and all eyes land on Jay-Z. His sudden disappearance from the public conversation is raising serious questions. Is this calculated silence? Quiet damage control? Or something far more complicated? Stay tuned as we break down the leaks, the insiders who are starting to speak out, and why this story may only be in its opening chapter. The release of 50 Cent's documentary didn't just make noise. It cracked open doors many believed were sealed for good. Almost overnight, old rumors resurfaced, new theories spread, and the hip-hop world found itself buzzing with speculation. As attention intensified, one detail became impossible to ignore. Jay-Z said nothing. While allegations surrounding Diddy dominated headlines and social media timelines, Jay-Z remained completely silent. And to many observers, that silence spoke louder than any statement ever could.
Yeah. Having no fun and then get behind the mic, have some fun, chop up the samples, get back what you hit, man, vibes, have some fun, get back to smiling. Yeah. These other motherfuckers ain't wasting your time, B. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody show up to testify. Don't contact me anymore, Puff. I already got that Houston lawyer breathing down my neck over that 13-year-old girl. If you don't want things to get worse for you, then you need to start answering my cell phone call.
The new lawsuit coming with Jay. The part with Jay. I go, like.
To us. Black excellence.
That had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else. Black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together and we gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else. To us. Black excellence. It's more. Yeah, more.
I like that pink, man.
Mom, bro.
Mom. Okay, Mom. All right. Absolutely.
This isn't just about one documentary or a single controversy. What's unfolding points to a much deeper history, one layered with long-standing industry rumors, leaked messages, and insider accounts stretching back years. From former insiders like Gene Deal, who was once close to Diddy, to public figures now visibly creating distance, the situation feels far bigger than a passing headline. It's forcing uncomfortable questions many fans have avoided for years. Are we simply revisiting the past, or witnessing the start of something much bigger?
Paul Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
Jay-Z is now reportedly under intense scrutiny as claims emerge about alleged private messages between him and Diddy, messages that 50 Cent is said to have brought into the public conversation. These claims didn't appear out of nowhere. For years, Jay-Z's name has quietly surfaced alongside conversations about troubling behavior connected to Diddy, only to be minimized or ignored. Now, with these alleged messages being openly discussed, old accusations are resurfacing rapidly, and many people are no longer willing to look the other way. Some insiders suggest this moment feels especially volatile because the allegations imply Jay-Z wasn't just on the sidelines, but may have known more than he ever acknowledged, possibly even helping shield certain situations. Whether proven or not, industry voices say the pressure feels different this time, with a growing sense that this story won't simply fade away. 50 Cent, meanwhile, has been direct about his position. In multiple interviews, he's emphasized that he was never part of Diddy's inner circle and deliberately kept his distance. He's spoken about invitations and environments from years ago that made him uncomfortable, saying he chose to walk away rather than ignore the warning signs. That distance, he explains, is exactly why he feels confident speaking out now. When the allegations became public, he claimed he learned about them the same way everyone else did, through the news, and that none of it came as a surprise to him.
Lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh, like
to us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you is this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
The new baby oil.
It start looking gray if you ain't got nothing on it.
Got the new baby oil, bro.
This ain't baby oil.
Nigga, you ran through 8,000 jars of them in prison.
He was Ashy Larry.
Relax. I still got everybody looking.
Then the narrative took an even darker turn when Jaguar Wright went public with explosive claims. She alleged that Jay-Z was actually worse than Diddy, accusing him of far more extreme behavior toward women. Wright claimed she personally suffered harm, stating that she carries physical scars she says support her allegations, claims that intensified the controversy and sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community.
Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. Want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen yet. That Cassie, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. It's gonna be the women that get him in the end.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim?
Keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on.
She went even further, claiming that Jay-Z attacked her in the past and recorded it, an allegation she said mirrors accusations already circulating about Diddy. According to Jaguar Wright, this is the real reason Jay-Z has gradually distanced himself, quietly stepping away and no longer being seen alongside Diddy. She suggested the separation wasn't random or strategic, but driven by fear of what might surface if their association continued.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit.
For some time now, a growing number of people have believed that Jay-Z has been deliberately creating distance to avoid being pulled into the fallout surrounding Diddy. Some even point to comments and implications from 50 Cent, suggesting Jay-Z may be laying low, waiting for the storm to pass before resurfacing. Adding to the tension, unresolved accusations connected to the death of Kathy White continue to linger. Though often pushed aside and rarely discussed openly, those claims never fully disappeared, resurfacing now as scrutiny around Jay-Z intensifies once again.
First time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme.
At this point, many feel the pieces are starting to line up. Old clips, Statements and long-forgotten interviews are resurfacing, and the internet is doing what it does best, connecting dots. As more people revisit past claims from insiders like Jaguar Wright, the conversation continues to grow louder and harder to ignore. The question now isn't just whether these allegations will gain traction, but whether Jay-Z can maintain his silence as scrutiny intensifies and more eyes turn directly toward him.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was fucking the girl that didn't want you.
Oh.
You moved his ass around and out of Rockefeller so tough and then just moved right over to Def Jam. By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now, that record. From the Austin Powers, some of the worst ever.
Hip Hop 50, no performances, no nothing of the.
But why would he do that? He wants to still pretend he's a genius, and he's tired about people clowning him with the teleprompter with all the lyrics on the floor. And he doesn't have any new raps.
Honestly, this is where things start to feel truly uncomfortable, because once the spotlight shifts, it rarely shifts back. As scrutiny continued to grow, attention didn't stay fixed on Diddy for long. Gradually, almost inevitably, it moved in another direction. Jay-Z. What caught people's attention most wasn't a statement, a denial, or a press release. It was his silence. While everything surrounding Diddy was unraveling publicly, Jay-Z remained quiet, and for many, that silence didn't sit right. Questions began piling up quickly. Why say nothing? Why not get ahead of the narrative or clear the air? Some believe his team was already aware that his name had surfaced in civil cases and chose silence as a preemptive strategy. Others argue that by that point, the damage was already unfolding, because once public opinion starts to shift, control becomes almost impossible, even without formal charges.
Let's just start with Piers Morgan, because there's a headline that went out that was very powerful that people are running with, where it just says, Jay-Z is the real monster. Now, before you speak on it, to even get to Piers Morgan, can you explain how that took place and why even take that interview to go forward?
I can't say that I sought it out because I didn't. Truth is we didn't see it coming. But I have to credit Odell.
Got hold easy.
They reached out to him. Piers Morgan's producers called him direct.
Than verified facts, and new accusations began gaining traction almost overnight. Claims spread that Jay-Z had a history of silencing people, and those allegations quickly turned into widespread conversations across multiple platforms. Proven or not, the sheer volume was enough to keep his name trending, and not in a favorable way. That renewed attention brought past accuser claims back into focus. She maintained that although she eventually dropped her lawsuit, she never recanted her story. According to her, stepping away had nothing to do with dishonesty and everything to do with fear. She alleged that she was harassed, overwhelmed, and genuinely afraid of Jay-Z and the influence she believed he wielded. She also claimed she faced pressure to publicly say her accusations were false, something she insists she refused to do.
Filed the lawsuit on Sunday. She and her attorney, Tony Busby, refiled it and named Jay-Z as that unnamed celebrity involved in the. Jay-Z's response is extraordinary in that, look, we've seen all these lawsuits against Diddy, dozens of them now at this point, and frequently his response has been to deny it, but to say nothing else. Jay-Z went way more than just denying it. He did do that.
In newly filed legal documents, she described an encounter that she says deeply unsettled her. According to her account, 2 individuals approached her outside her home and claimed they were investigators working for an attorney connected to Jay-Z. She alleged they attempted to persuade her to sign paperwork stating that her accusations were false. She said she refused, but the interaction left her shaken and confused. She further claimed the same individuals questioned her about her lawyer, Tony Busby, asking whether he had approached her or offered money to fabricate claims against Jay-Z, an allegation she flatly denied. What frightened her most, she said, was how they were able to locate her at all. At the time, her identity had remained anonymous in both court filings and media coverage, making the encounter feel especially alarming. According to the documents, the situation escalated when her parents were also allegedly approached and questioned by investigators about her allegations and legal representation. She stated that this series of events ultimately led her to drop the claim, not because she changed her story, but because she feared being publicly exposed and targeted by online harassment from Jay-Z supporters. In her words, the pressure became overwhelming. Meanwhile, industry insiders have warned that it often takes just one criminal investigation to unravel everything, not only for Diddy, but for anyone connected to him. That's why many now view 50 Cent's documentary as a turning point. To them, this moment isn't just about one individual facing scrutiny. It's about how power may have operated behind the scenes for years, who knew what was happening, and who might be pulled into the conversation next.
They will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that.
Some commentators have also raised questions about how Jay-Z managed to remain insulated for so long. The prevailing belief is that he carefully surrounded himself with influential figures and maintained strict control over information, making it difficult for any allegations to gain traction. But now, as rumors continue to circulate, speculation has emerged that Diddy might be cooperating with authorities to minimize his own risk. If that's true, many are now wondering what information could surface, and whether Jay-Z's name could once again become part of the story.
Look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
This is where things start to feel undeniably real. Once the conversation gains momentum, it's nearly impossible to slow down. With the documentary now officially released, it's clear this story isn't just about the past. What's unfolding feels like the beginning of something far bigger. Every new detail draws more attention to those who stayed silent for years, and Jay-Z sits squarely at the center of that spotlight. That attention matters, because his history with Diddy runs deep, regardless of how much certain statements may try to downplay it.